Greetings and welcome to the Lab4 walkthrough. In this lab we're building a bookstore using the Lab4 database, the books table, to interface with our PHP. I have created this one at the most minimal level in terms of every single page has been created separately rather than doing any all-in-one forms. And I did not use items to make it even easier for users to, for example, delete by ISBN. We just have to copy and paste those, and that's okay. We're going for the passing level here. So anyhow, this is where we start off with the Lab4 already ready to enter information. We should validate this information, make sure that fields are filled in, as well as check for things such as there are 13 numbers for an ISBN 13. So we know how to do those on the back side. So let me go ahead and enter a book. Before I do that, looking at our database, I've already imported the provided Lab4 SQL statement, and I have a bookstore database, and we're using just the books table. There's only one table in this lab, and so I have 3 entries in the table already. I have my energy sandwich, my PHP programming, and on Basilisk Station. And actually, if I were to go back and hit my book inventory, we would see that indeed there are the books that come from the database, 3 records, and I have sorted them by author's name, last name that is, and it has all the information in the inventory page. That may not be the case on some of the other query results that are displayed. So let me go back to add a book and just make up a book here. Okay, so we have all of our entries. I will hit submit, and I actually return a page. It's actually on the same Lab4 page. This is a little bit extra, I should say, in terms of showing what record was written. I just like to let my user know that. This is a little bit extra piece that you could do. So let me go ahead and look back at inventory, and indeed that new entry is there with the test book. If I were to go back to my database, it is actually there. It has been written, and so notice in the database, of course, it's written in the order that we entered them, versus, of course, when the display, the SQL query is shown on the page, it is sorted by author last name. Now let's see for my genres. I have 4 different genres, so even no doubles on the genres, so I could see that. But let me go ahead and do select genre and actually type it. There are other ways to do it, but this is the simplest approach. Hit submit, and notice the record does not have all the information, but it does have last name, first name, the book title, publisher, copyright year, and price, and then I actually did a message, all books in the horror category, so I used part of my SQL query for other items. I did put an extra piece here where I can actually go ahead and do another search. This is a little extra, so I don't have to go back and reload the page, and hit submit, and oh, there were no fiction. So I actually say 0 records, but let's try one that exists, and there we go. There is one there, right? So instead of just saying 0 records, I could do that, or I could actually just output an error message that says that there's nothing there and not even do an empty table. That'd be even better. Select by year. This is certain books published before a certain date. And let's look at our dates here. We have 2 2011s, a 2002, and 2015. So let's do 2013. And we should get 3 records back. And there we go. Year published, and it's actually sorted by year. Once again, not everything is there, but I always put the most important sort category as our first field on our output, simply to help the user. Let me go ahead and change a book price, and for this one, of course, we do the ISBN, It would be better if there was an easier way to get it, but that would be a little bit more complex. If you'd like to try that, that's extra. And new price, it was $23.45. Let's make it $5,000. We hit submit, and did it change? Yes, it did. Right, right at the top there. Okay, so the price was changed. If I go back here and refresh the page, the $23.45 should change. And indeed it does. Our last item, and I could change book price again, is I'm going to grab the ISBN while I'm here so I don't have to type it again, and that's perfectly okay. Let me go ahead, and we did the book price, we've done genre. So our last bit is to delete the book. So we simply submit, and it is gone. It would have been nice to maybe have the message, but it is gone. If I refresh this, the book will be gone. Indeed it is. What happens if we try to delete again? That'd be nice to catch that certain error like that. And nothing. There was no error catch. We didn't tell the user anything. That might be something good to add. So there's a quick walkthrough. Make sure you watch the video, ask questions in class or online in the discussion area, and we'll talk about this more.